What if May 13th, 2025 isn't just another Tuesday, but a moment that changes everything? Right now, a rare energetic alignment is unfolding, one that blends ancient Buddhist teachings with cosmic timing, pointing to 6 sacred numbers. These aren't just digits, they're doorways to clarity, transformation, and yes, real abundance. But here's the truth. Most people will ignore the signs. They'll scroll past this moment, chasing luck, instead of aligning with it. But if you've been feeling stuck, uncertain, or like something's quietly waiting to shift, this video is your call, because abundance doesn't come when you force it. It flows when you match your energy to its frequency. In this video, you'll discover 6 spiritually charged numbers meant to guide your next step, not just financially, but spiritually. Before we dive in, set your intention. Give this video a like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for more weekly wisdom. Comment below. I welcome growth and harmony into my life. This simple act anchors your intention and starts shifting your energy right now. Let's begin. Part 1, Number 3, the power of authentic self-expression. There's something magnetic about a person who speaks from the heart, unfiltered, unafraid, fully alive. That's the energy of number 3. And on this rare day of May 13th, 2025, this number calls you to step into your truest self. In Buddhist wisdom, the number 3 holds sacred weight. It represents the triple gem, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, the 3 pillars of awakening. To walk the spiritual path is not just to seek truth, but to live it out loud. Number 3 reminds us that self-expression isn't vanity. It's a vital step toward liberation. When you embrace your voice, your real voice, not the one shaped to please or perform, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of opportunity. This isn't just philosophy, it's energy. And the universe responds to energy that's aligned with courage, creativity, and authenticity. Think about it. How many moments have you stayed silent when your heart was screaming to speak? How often have you dimmed your ideas, your humor, your weirdness just to fit in? But here's the irony. The more you filter yourself, the more luck seems to avoid you. Because luck doesn't chase masks. It finds people who are fully themselves. Number 3 invites you to take off the mask. It's the number of joyful rebellion against conformity, against self-doubt, against fear of judgment. It's the energy of telling your story, even if your voice shakes, of laughing too loud, of starting a podcast with just your phone and an idea of saying, "This is who I really am," and trusting that the right people will find you. Numerologically, number 3 is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. When you express yourself without shame, you're not just being creative, you're tapping into Jupiter's limitless field. And that's when unexpected blessings arrive. The email you didn't see coming. The person who says, "I've been looking for someone like you." The opportunity that appears the moment you stop pretending. Here's your simple action step. Share something this week that scares you a little but feels true. Write a raw blog post. Upload a 2-minute voice memo on a new podcast. Speak your truth in a comment. Not to go viral, not to be perfect, but to be real. Because the more you show up as you are, the more aligned your life becomes, with wealth, relationships, peace, and purpose. Number 3 isn't about being loud. It's about being you and letting that be enough. So ask yourself right now, what part of me have I been hiding that's finally ready to be seen? Let this be the moment you give it a voice. Part 2, Number 11, Intuition and Inner Awakening. Have you ever looked at the clock and it said 11:11? Or maybe you saw the number 11 pop up on a receipt, a license plate, or even in a dream. And something inside you whispered, "This means something." That's because it does. In both Buddhist philosophy and numerology, The number 11 is known as the spiritual doorway. It shows up not to impress you, but to awaken you. It's the universe's quiet way of saying, pause, pay attention, something is shifting. Number 11 isn't loud or dramatic. It's subtle like intuition itself. It doesn't yell, it nudges. It doesn't explain it, feels. And in today's noisy world, that kind of quiet wisdom is often drowned out. But when you start seeing 11 repeatedly, it's a sign you're standing at a threshold between who you were and who you're becoming. In Buddhist teachings, awakening begins with awareness, not the kind that comes from reading more books or getting more advice, but the awareness that rises from within. That soft whisper that says, go left when the world shouts, go right. That gut feeling you've brushed off too many times, only to realize later it was right, all along. Number 11 reminds us to stop outsourcing our decisions to the outside world and come home to our own knowing. Maybe you've been feeling unsure lately, or stuck, or disconnected. That's not failure, it's feedback. It's your soul's way of calling you inward, saying, there's more to you than this version you're currently living. This number is a signal that the time for soul clarity is now. And here's the beautiful truth, you already have the answers. They're just buried beneath the noise, the fear, the distractions. So what can you do? Here's a simple yet powerful practice. Each morning for the next 11 days, sit in silence for 10 minutes. No phone, no tasks, no distractions. Just you and your breath. And ask yourself, what is my intuition trying to tell me today? Write down whatever comes without judgment. It might be a word, a memory, a face, or even just a feeling. Trust it, that's your inner compass. Waking up. Because when you begin to live by inner guidance rather than external pressure, you align with a power far greater than logic. That's when life becomes synchronistic. That's when the right people and opportunities appear, seemingly out of nowhere. Number 11 isn't just a number. It's an invitation to go inward, to trust the unseen, to lead with soul. So next time you see 11 on a clock, a sign, or in your thoughts, don't ignore it. Smile, pause, listen. You're not lost. You're awakening. Part 3, number 18. Endurance, karma, and deep strength. Not all lucky numbers come wrapped in ease and comfort. Some carry the energy of growth, through challenge of transformation through trial. And that's exactly what number 18 brings. At first glance, 18 might seem ordinary, but break it down. 1 plus 8 + 9. The number of completion, wisdom, and the end of karmic cycles. In Buddhist thought, this is no small thing. The number 9 symbolizes a moment when the soul prepares to shed an old version of itself, letting go of what no longer serves, and stepping into deeper awareness. So when 18 appears, it's not just a lucky sign, it's a checkpoint. If you've been feeling tired, stuck, or like life has been unusually heavy, it's not punishment, it's preparation. You're being shaped. Number 18 reminds you that the path to fortune is rarely linear. It's layered with moments of test and tension, not to break you, but to build the strength you didn't know you had. The Buddha once said, endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. And here's where karma comes in, the obstacles you're facing right now. They may be the final pieces of an old karmic story that's ready to end. But to close that chapter, you must face it fully, patiently, and with presence. Number 18 doesn't promise instant reward. It offers something far more powerful. True resilience, the kind that outlasts setbacks, the kind that transforms wounds into wisdom. And you may not see the reward yet, but here's the truth. If you're still standing, still trying, still showing up, you're already stronger than you realize. So what can you do with this energy? Here's your action step. Take out a notebook and write down 3 things you've overcome in the last 3 years. They don't have to be dramatic. Maybe you moved through heartbreak. Maybe you got out of debt. Maybe you kept going when everything said quit. Then reflect on this. What part of me became stronger because of that? This is how number 18 works. It doesn't drop gifts from the sky. It reveals the gifts you've earned through grit, patience, and grace. And let's not forget in astrology, 18 connects with the moon, ruler of emotion, intuition, and the unseen. It means change is already happening, even if you can't see it yet. So today, instead of asking, when will things finally get better? Ask, what strength have I been growing without even realizing it? Number 18 is here to remind you, your endurance isn't a delay to success. It is the path, and you're walking it beautifully. Part 4, number 22, the Master Builder. If you've ever felt like you were meant to build something that lasts, not just for money, but for meaning, then number 22 is calling your name. This is not a number of chance. It's a number of conscious construction. In numerology, 22 is known as the Master Builder, a rare vibration that merges vision with action, spiritual insight with practical effort, and astrologically, it connects with Saturn, the planet of structure, responsibility, and grounded growth. In Buddhist teachings, one of the Noble Eightfold Path's core principles is right action doing what's necessary with intention, mindfulness, and ethical alignment. Number 22 vibrates with this energy. It asks not, what should I wait for, but rather, what am I ready to build? Maybe you've had an idea sitting in the back of your mind for months, even years. A book, a business, a skill, a healthier routine. But fear got in the way. Perfectionism delayed you. Self-doubt convinced you it wasn't the right time. Well, this is the time. Number 22 doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect. It invites you to begin imperfectly, but intentionally. Let's get real for a second. Every overnight success is built on silent foundations, months or years of showing up, staying disciplined, and doing the unglamorous work. Number 22 honors that kind of slow, sacred effort, because luck without preparation leads to missed opportunities, but preparation with purpose, that's where real magic happens. Here's a powerful truth. You don't need a grand gesture to start something great. You need a clear intention and the willingness to take one step each day. That's why your action step for number 22 is this: create a 22-day plan to move forward on something that matters to you. It could be writing the first 22 pages of your book, practicing a new language or instrument daily for 22 minutes, saving $22 every week toward a dream project, waking up 22 minutes earlier to meditate or exercise. Whatever it is, make it specific, meaningful, and personal. Then commit, not to perfection, not to results, but to the process. Because the deepest spiritual truth behind number 22 is this: you are not waiting for your path to appear. You are paving it one mindful brick at a time. And remember, when you take aligned action, the universe meets you halfway. It sends signs, support, and unexpected momentum, but only once you move first. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way." Number 22 adds, "There is no way to success. Mindful building is the way." So what blueprint have you been holding back from drafting? What dream have you postponed out of fear? Today, let number 22 be your green light. Not to rush, but to begin. Not to chase, but to build. With intention, with patience, with quiet faith. That every small effort adds up to something that will outlast you. You don't have to build a masterpiece in a day. You just have to pick up the first brick with both hands and a ready heart. Part 5, number 44, the Master Healer and in a foundation. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's been shaken: your plans, your confidence, your sense of direction. And just when you start to question whether you have what it takes to keep going, a quiet message appears. Number 44. This is no ordinary number. In numerology, 4 symbolizes foundation stability and inner structure. So when it doubles as 44, its power becomes even deeper, a sign of spiritual healing and the rebirth of inner strength. Number 44 is the master healer, not because it magically removes pain, but because it guides you through it, gently, steadily, and with profound wisdom. In Buddhist teachings, healing is not the absence of suffering, but the presence of awareness. It's learning how to sit with discomfort and breathe through it without running away. 44 doesn't promise escape. It offers reconstruction. If you're seeing this number right now, it's not random. You are standing at the edge of something new, and the only way forward is inward. Maybe your heart has been broken. Maybe life feels uncertain. Maybe you've been carrying more than you've let anyone know. Number 44 appears as a compass, not to tell you where to go, but to remind you, you already have what it takes to begin again. It's a vibration of grounded power, of sacred stillness, that says you are not broken, you are rebuilding. This number brings the energy of Saturn, 2 planet of discipline, responsibility, and time. It teaches that healing doesn't always happen fast, but it does happen when you trust the process. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to rush your way through pain. You just need to breathe and let the strength inside you reintroduce itself. So here's your action step for number 44. Visualization, meditation daily, or as needed, sit somewhere quiet. Close your eyes, breathe in slowly through the nose, out through the mouth. Visualize the number 44 glowing softly in front of you like golden light or gentle fire. 4. Imagine this number wrapping around you like a protective aura, strong, steady, unwavering. 5. With each breath, let that energy fill your chest, your belly, your hands, your feet. 6. Whisper silently, I am held, I am healing, I am rebuilding. Spend 5 to 10 minutes in this space. Let the energy of 44 ground you. Because here's the truth. Sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is rest, recalibrate, and rise again. Number 44 isn't about hustle. It's about homecoming. Coming home to your strength, your breath, your truth. So if life has felt heavy lately, let this be your reminder. You're not falling apart. You're coming back together, stronger, clearer, and more grounded than ever. Let number 44 light the way forward. One breath, one moment, one healed step at a time. Part 6, number 27, transformation through awareness. Not all transformation begins with thunder and lightning. Sometimes the most profound shift begins with a quiet moment of truth. Number 27 arrives not as a promise of instant luck, but as a mirror, a spiritual reflection of where you've been, where you're going, and who you're becoming in the space between. In numerology, 2 is the number of connection and intuition, symbolizes spiritual growth, inner knowing, and wisdom. Together, 27 is the number of mature transformation change that doesn't come from outside pressure, but from deep inner readiness. And here's the sacred part. In Buddhist philosophy, karma isn't about punishment or reward. It's about cause and effect. What you plant, you harvest. Number 27 shows up when the seeds you've sown in silence, acts of compassion, truth-telling, healing, are about to blossom. But first, something has to be released. This is a number for those brave enough to look within and ask, what part of me have I outgrown, but still cling to? Maybe it's a belief like I'm not good enough. Maybe it's a pattern of sabotaging relationships. Maybe it's a version of yourself that helped you survive once, but now only holds you back. Number 27 whispers, "You don't need that armor anymore. You're not who you were." And that's something to celebrate, not fear. But how do we let go of the old so we can step fully into the new? Here's your action step for number 27. Write a goodbye. Letter to the version of yourself you're ready to release. Find a quiet space. Begin with "Dear old me," and let it pour out. Say goodbye to the fear that kept you small, to the voice that said you weren't ready, to the habit of dimming your light to make others comfortable. Thank that part of you. It served a purpose once. Then release it. You can burn the letter, bury it or fold it, and keep it in a sacred place. The act isn't symbolic, it's spiritual. It's how we signal to the universe, I am ready to become the person I was always meant to be. Because 27 is not about chasing luck, it's about embodying alignment. It's about becoming someone who naturally attracts clarity, connection, and abundance, because they live in integrity. And it's not always easy. Growth is messy. Letting go can feel like grief. But the reward is freedom, a life that fits you now, not the outdated version of you from the past. So if you're seeing number 27 on receipts, license plates, dreams, it's a nudge to pause, to reflect, to transform, not for applause, but for your own liberation. As Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us, no mud, no lotus. Your pain wasn't pointless. It was the soil. Now is the time to bloom. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from wisdom. And that's the most powerful place to begin. Part 7. Rituals to align with prosperity. We often think abundance comes from hard work strategy, or even luck. But in truth, the deepest prosperity flows from alignment, when your thoughts, actions, and energy move in the same direction. Creating daily rituals isn't about superstition. It's about tuning your energy to match the life you want to live. Just as a musician tunes their instrument before performing, you must tune your spirit to receive and radiate abundance. These 3 simple rituals are designed to realign your energy with prosperity, clarity, and purpose. Starting now. Morning ritual. Release to rise. Each morning before the noise of the world enters, take a moment of stillness. Ask yourself, what do I need to let go of today in order to move forward? It could be doubt. It could be a negative thought. It could be a small resentment that's been weighing on you. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and speak it aloud or silently. Today I release rat so I can rise. This simple act creates energetic space, and in that space, abundance can grow. Evening ritual. Gratitude plus kindness. Reflection. Before bed, instead of scrolling, take 5 minutes to reflect. Write in a journal. 3 things you're grateful for today. 1 act of kindness. You gave even something small. This practice rewires your mind to notice the good and remind you that generosity is your nature, not a chore. As Buddhist teachings emphasize, joy comes not from getting, but from giving with awareness. And the more you notice your daily impact, the more you'll see life responding in kind. Numerology meditation. 6 minutes to realign. This is a powerful way to reconnect with the sacred numbers. Of May 13th, set a timer for 6 minutes. Sit comfortably, eyes closed. With each minute, focus on one number. Minute 1. Number 3. Visualize creative light flowing from your heart. Minute 2. Number 11. Tune in to subtle guidance. Imagine a quiet inner voice. Minute 3. Number 18. Feel strength rising from within. You've endured. You're still here. Minute 4. Number 22. Picture yourself building your dreams, brick by brick. Minute 5. Number 44. Wrap yourself in calming, healing energy. Feel grounded. Minute 6. Number 27. Imagine shedding an old skin and stepping into your truth. As you meditate, breathe deeply and slowly. Let each number speak to you, not with logic, but with presence. You don't need to do these rituals perfectly. You just need to do them consistently. When your inner world aligns with intention, the outer world follows. Not immediately, not always, predictably, but always truthfully. And that's what real prosperity is. Living in tune with your truth and allowing the rest to unfold with grace. Part 8. Generosity as the gateway to luck. If you want to attract abundance, don't start by asking, "What can I get?" Start by asking, "What can I give?" In Buddhist teachings, the first perfection on the path to enlightenment is dana, generosity. It comes before wisdom, before meditation, even before morality. Why? Because giving softens the ego, opens the heart, and clears the path for blessings to flow. Generosity isn't just a spiritual virtue. It's an energetic strategy. When you give from a place of sincerity, you send a signal to the universe. I trust there is more than enough. And in that trust, doors begin to open. Opportunities arrive. People show up. Luck seems to find you. But here's what's most powerful. Generosity isn't about how much you give, it's about how purely you give. You don't need wealth to start. You need presence. The quiet power of small acts. You may not realize it, but the smallest acts of kindness often carry the greatest weight. A text to check on someone, letting a stranger go ahead in line, sharing a useful article or resource with no expectation in return. These little gestures shift your energy from scarcity to sufficiency, and over time, they shift your life. Because generosity doesn't just help others, it heals you. It breaks the grip of fear. It reminds you that you have something to offer, even when life feels uncertain. Action step, the 3-day silent giving challenge. Ready to experience how generosity creates luck? Here's a simple yet transformative practice. For the next 3 days, give without being seen. Try one or more of these ideas. Write a thank you note anonymously to someone who impacted your life. Leave it somewhere they'll find it. Send a small gift to a friend or family member who's been struggling without signing your name. Share a tip guide or piece of valuable knowledge online without promoting yourself. The rule is simple. Give without needing credit. It might feel strange at first, especially in a world where we're conditioned to document every good deed. But that's the point. This kind of giving comes from a deeper place. It's not for recognition, but for realignment. And as you do it, watch how your energy changes. You'll feel lighter, more open, and more deeply connected, not just to others, but to your own inner wealth. Why it works. When you give, you shift from lack to overflow. From I need more to I have enough to share. That mental and emotional state is exactly where luck lives, because true fortune doesn't come to the tight-fisted. It flows to the generous, to those who create circulation of kindness, ideas, attention, support. So if you want to invite more abundance into your life, start by being a source of it. You don't have to change the world, just change someone's moment, quietly, lovingly, generously, and trust what you give always returns, often when you least expect it, but exactly when you need it. So after exploring the sacred meanings behind numbers 3, 11, 18, 22, 44, and 27, one truth becomes clear: luck is not something you wait for. It's something you align with. It's something you become. Each number wasn't just a sign, it was a mirror, a reflection of the power, wisdom, and potential already within you. Whether it's expressing your truth, trusting your intuition, enduring with grace, building with purpose, healing from the inside out, or transforming through awareness. Every step is a doorway to abundance and the rituals. They're not magic. They're reminders that prosperity flows not from chance, but from clarity, compassion, and consistent inner work. So as May 13th approaches, ask yourself, am I chasing luck or am I preparing to receive it? Because the truth is, you don't need to be lucky to start. You need to start to become lucky. If this message spoke to your soul, let the universe know. Comment below. I am aligned with abundance, and if you haven't yet, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so we can continue this journey of wisdom together. Your path is open, your energy is shifting, and your time is now.